Hello, everyone. My name is Bianca Armenta, and last summer I did my summer internship with the Hepatitis Education Project located in Seattle, Washington. And as part of my project, we would go out into the field and visit different homeless encampments and homeless shelters. And so I chose to do my project on an overview of environmental hazards and exposure risks among unsheltered people experiencing homelessness. First, my project objectives were to review the current peer-reviewed literature to see what it says about different environmental hazards of unsheltered individuals. I also wanted to see which environmental hazards presented the greatest exposure risk among unsheltered people living outdoors. I also wanted to analyze what are the sources and pathways of exposure. And lastly, I wanted to investigate the gaps that are present in the current peer-reviewed literature. And I divided the categories I searched for into four major categories. I was looking for chemical exposures, with the medium of exposure being surface water, ambient air, or soil. I was looking for biological exposures, with the medium of exposure being sewage, sanitation, pests, or rodents and insects. I was also looking for physical exposures, with the medium of exposure being noise, light, or the built environment itself. And lastly, I was looking for adverse weather events, and I limited those to the medium of exposure being hot and cold weather events. So I went ahead and I performed a review of the literature of the PubMed database. Through my findings, I was able to isolate only 4 articles that matched my inclusion criteria. And these were the 4 articles that I was able to find. 2 of the articles fell under chemical exposures, and they were looking at surface water and ambient air. And the hazard that was identified in each of those was a toxic contaminant that imposed a direct health risk to homeless encampments that were located near waterways and near major roadways. Third article I found investigated the built environment itself, and the hazard identified was falls because of the uneven ground. And then the last article I found fell under a biological exposure, and it was looking at insufficient sanitation structures. And in conclusion, I would just like to thank the Hepatitis Education Project for allowing me to go out into the field and directly observe these environmental health risks. And I'd also like to thank my school, the University of California, Berkeley School of Public Health. And I would like to thank all of my preceptors, as well as all of you. Thank you.